Imagine waking up to a body that aches and a mind overwhelmed with stress. You reach for a pill, just like you did yesterday and the day before, but a question nags at you. What if healing isn't just about medicine? What if it's about changing our mindset, emotions, and lifestyle? Why do some people heal quickly while others suffer for years? And why do some seem to have boundless energy, even when they're doing everything right? Think back to a time when you felt truly happy. Didn't your body feel lighter, your breath deeper, and your mind clearer even for just a moment? This isn't luck. Both science and ancient teachings suggest that how we think, feel, and live profoundly impacts our health. In our world of instant solutions, we've forgotten that true strength is within us. Consider two people with the same cold. One worries all day, anxious about getting worse. The other rests peacefully, accepting it as part of life, healing faster. The difference isn't medicine, it's mindset. Your body is always listening to your thoughts. Welcome to Wisdom Woven, where we dive into the deeper truths of wellness and life. If you're ready to stop relying on pills and awaken your natural healing ability, stay with us. Before you go, remember, only a tiny percentage of viewers subscribe. If you believe in this message, like, comment, share, and subscribe to support our mission. This path is not about turning your back on doctors or medication. It's about embracing your full capacity for healing. While pills may relieve symptoms, true healing begins when your mind, body, and spirit work together. Buddhist monks have flourished in even the harshest environments, not because of modern medicine, but through disciplined living, mindfulness, and a deep connection to nature's rhythms. Now imagine integrating these teachings into your everyday life. In this series, we'll explore how Buddhist healing wisdom can change the way you experience health. With meditation, mindful awareness, and ancient knowledge, you'll discover how a calm mind can restore your body, how being present can prevent sickness, and how your emotions are key to your healing. This journey leads to balance, and it's simpler than you think. No need for fancy tools or complicated exercises, just small shifts in how you think, feel, and live. Ready to awaken your natural healing ability? Let's dive in. Together, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath, hold it, and release. Feel that? The breath we often overlook is the bond between mind and body. Yet, in our fast-paced lives, we forget this powerful link, as if mind and body are separate. But Buddhism teaches us they are intrinsically connected. Your thoughts shape your physical state, just as your body influences your emotions. Remember how stress can tense your muscles, or how illness makes you feel down. This is the mind-body connection at work. Visualize a calm, clear pond. Now imagine wind stirring the water, clouding its clarity. Your mind behaves the same way. When your thoughts are peaceful, you create harmony. But worry and anger stir up mental chaos. Negative thoughts drain your energy. One moment of frustration can exhaust you for the rest of the day. A small act of kindness can instantly change your mood. This isn't just luck. It's your mind and body communicating in their natural state. Buddhist monks have known for centuries that healing doesn't come from medicine alone. They focus on taking care of their minds because a calm mind leads to a healthy body. In contrast, a restless mind creates illness. It's that straightforward. Yet, in today's world, we've complicated healing. We search for external remedies while ignoring the root causes, which often lie within. You don't need to be a monk to experience this truth. Reflect on your own life. When you're at peace, doesn't your body feel lighter? When you're happy, doesn't your energy soar? And when you're trapped in negative thoughts, don't you feel weighed down? Your mind doesn't just influence your body, it shapes it. When stress fills your mind, your body tenses in response. Anger creates tightness in your chest. Fear causes a knot in your stomach. But when you let go, when you breathe deeply and invite peace into your life, your body relaxes and healing begins. Science now aligns with what Buddhism has taught for centuries. Stress compromises the immune system, while peace strengthens it. Negative emotions release harmful chemicals in the body, while positive emotions activate healing responses. This is why monks meditate, not simply for peace of mind, but for health, vitality, and life itself. What does this mean for you? Every thought you think matters. Healing isn't just about what you eat or the medications you take. It's about how you think, how you feel, and how you live. Think about someone who's always sick because they're constantly complaining. Now think of someone who refuses to be defined by sickness. They recover faster than expected. That's the power of the mind-body connection. If you want to heal, start with your thoughts. What is your inner dialogue like? Are you filling your mind with stress, anger, or worry? Or are you planting seeds of peace, kindness, and acceptance? Every thought you think is a seed, and what you plant will eventually grow. Healing is not a quick fix. It is a way of living. It's about making small choices every day, choosing peace over stress, calm over chaos, love over fear. So take a moment now. Sit down and breathe deeply. Inhale, hold it for a moment, and then release. As you exhale, let go of the tension, the worries, the pain. Visualize them drifting away like clouds in the sky. Feel your body respond, softening, relaxing, healing. This is the power inside of you, the power to heal from within, to transform your body through the power of your mind. You don't have to fear sickness. You can live in harmony with health. The mind and body are one, always in motion, always connected. When you realize this, true healing begins. Close your eyes now. Take a deep breath and feel the life-giving air filling your body. Exhale slowly, releasing all the tension you're holding. For this moment, just be here, present. This is meditation, not mystical, not complicated, just a simple moment of presence. The mind, like the ocean, has waves, thoughts and emotions that constantly move. But beneath it all, there is stillness, peace, and quiet. Meditation is the gateway to the deepest parts of yourself, the place where healing begins. Think about it. When you get a cut, your body heals it on its own. When you catch a cold, your body fights to recover. Your body has a natural healing ability. But what disrupts this process the most? Stress, anxiety, and restless thoughts. A mind in chaos creates a body in imbalance. Meditation restores that harmony. It reminds your body of its natural state, a state of healing. You might be carrying tension right now, without even realizing it. Take a moment to check in with your body. Are your shoulders stiff? Is your jaw clenched? Are you breathing shallowly? Most people live their lives unconsciously, holding tension. Then wonder why they're always exhausted or in pain. When the mind races endlessly, the body doesn't have the chance to rest or heal. Buddhist monks understood this long ago. They lived simply, close to nature, and most importantly, in stillness. They meditated for hours, not to escape the world, but to understand it. The body follows the mind. A calm mind leads to a healthy body. Let me share a story. There was a man who suffered from intense headaches for years. He tried every possible treatment, but nothing worked. One day, a wise teacher told him, "Sit in silence for 30 minutes every day. Just breathe." The man laughed. How could simply sitting and breathing cure my pain? He thought. But having tried everything else, he decided to give it a shot. The first few days were tough. His mind was loud, chaotic. But slowly, something shifted. His breath deepened. His shoulders relaxed, and the pain which had dominated his life began to fade. Within weeks, it was gone. The healing came not from a pill, nor from any external treatment. It came when his body found the space to heal. This is the power of meditation. It's not about emptying your mind. It's about becoming aware of your breath, your thoughts, and your body. When you start becoming aware, you begin to notice the patterns that are causing harm to your body and mind. You begin to understand what your body needs. And when you give it what it truly needs, rest, balance, peace, it heals. Meditation isn't just for monks or spiritual seekers. It's for everyone. A mother, a worker, a student. All of us can pause, breathe, and return to the present moment. The more you practice, the more your body listens, and the more it heals. Modern science is proving what Buddhism has taught for thousands of years. Meditation reduces stress, lowers blood pressure, improves immunity, and can even slow down aging. But meditation offers more than that. It gives you back control. Instead of reacting to life in fear and stress, you begin to respond with clarity and calm. You might think, I don't have time to meditate. That's exactly why you need it. The busier your life, the more chaotic your thoughts, the more essential it becomes to pause. Even 5 minutes of stillness can change everything. Just sit, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. There's no need to worry about doing it perfectly. There's no right or wrong. Simply sit, breathe, and be present. Your body knows how to heal. It always has. You just need to give it the space to do so. Mindful living is the key to a healthy life. Breathe deeply and ask yourself, how often do you truly live in the present? Many of us are rushing, always thinking about what's next, regretting what's past, and missing the beauty of the present moment. Our minds are either trapped in memories or caught in future worries. And when the mind is agitated, the body follows. Stress builds up. Muscles tighten. The immune system becomes weakened. Sleep becomes shallow. Energy gets depleted. But what if I told you that healing begins not with medication or food, but with awareness? Healing starts when you begin to live mindfully. Mindful living isn't complex. It's about being fully here, not just with your body, but with your mind and heart. It's about eating when you eat, walking when you walk, listening when you listen, and breathing when you breathe. Think about the last meal you had. Were you truly tasting each bite, or were you distracted, scrolling through your phone, watching TV, lost in thought? When you eat without awareness, your body can't fully absorb the nutrients. But when you eat mindfully, your body gets the nourishment it needs, and even a simple meal becomes deeply satisfying. When you walk, do you notice your feet on the ground? Do you feel the wind on your skin? Or are you rushing ahead, caught in worries? A mindful step is healing. A hurried step drains. The same applies to your emotions. When you're sad, do you let yourself fully feel the emotion, or do you push it away? When anger arises, do you understand its cause, or let it take control? Mindfulness allows you to observe your emotions without being overwhelmed. It creates a space between your feelings and your reactions, and in that space lies peace. Buddhism teaches that suffering comes from attachment to thoughts, emotions, and expectations. When you practice mindfulness, you see life as it truly is, not as your mind wants it to be. You stop resisting life and stop holding on to pain. Healing begins with letting go. There's a story of a young monk who approached his master, worn out by anxiety and fatigue. Master, I meditate and pray, but my mind never stops racing. I feel restless, he admitted. The master, with a knowing smile, handed him a cup of tea. Drink it mindfully, he said. The monk took a sip, but was lost in his thoughts. He thought of his tasks, his worries, his past regrets. The master gently took the cup away and said, If you cannot drink tea mindfully, how can you live mindfully? Life is like this tea. If you're not present, you miss it. The monk understood. From that day forward, he slowed his pace. He paid attention to each step, each breath, and every action. In that mindful awareness, his restlessness began to fade. Healing isn't always about action. Sometimes it's about being present, being aware, and living in harmony with the world around you. For centuries, Buddhist monks have lived in harmony with nature, in quiet places where life unfolds at its natural pace. They know that when the body is weak, the earth restores it. When the mind is restless, the sky brings peace. When the spirit is lost, the river offers guidance. Nature offers profound lessons in healing. A tree doesn't rush its growth. It takes time and becomes resilient. A river doesn't fight its course. It adapts, flowing around obstacles. The sun rises and sets without effort, giving life without asking anything in return. We too can learn from this effortless wisdom. Have you ever experienced the clarity that comes from walking through a forest? Or the peace that comes from sitting by the ocean? These are not mere coincidences. Science is finally catching up with what Buddhism has known for ages. Nature heals both the body and mind. In Buddhist practice, nature is not just a backdrop. It is a teacher, a healer, and a reflection of our inner selves. The Buddha found enlightenment beneath a tree, not in a temple, but in silence and connection with the world around him. When you touch the earth with mindfulness, you connect to something far beyond yourself. Each breath of fresh air is more than just oxygen. It's life itself flowing into you. Yet, we've forgotten this simple truth. We run from the rain, we look at screens instead of the stars, and we fill our ears with noise instead of listening to the wind. In doing so, we become disconnected from the very source of our energy. We become tired, sick, and detached, not because nature has abandoned us, but because we have forgotten to honor it. So how do we return to the wisdom of the earth? The answer is simple. Slow down. Step outside and truly see, not with rushed eyes, but with presence. Next time you drink water, pause for a moment. Feel its coolness, its purity. This isn't just hydration. It's life entering you. The next time you eat, take a moment to observe your food. Do you realize the sun, the soil, and the rain all work together to bring this nourishment to you? Sit beneath a tree. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Can you feel the tree offering you oxygen without asking for anything in return? It stands strong, patient, and resilient. When illness strikes, don't be afraid. Return to the earth. Walk barefoot on grass, drink clean water, breathe fresh air, and let nature's rhythm heal you. Buddhist monks practice forest bathing, not for exercise, but as a way of life. They walk slowly, feeling the ground beneath them, connecting with the energy around them. They listen not only to the birds, but to the stillness in between. They don't rush, they simply exist, and in that existence, healing unfolds naturally. Nature doesn't fight, it flows and transforms. A seed grows into a mighty tree, a river carves through mountains, and the moonlight calms the wildest waves. This is the power of nature, and it is the power within you. Let go of the idea that healing is something you must pursue. Healing is already here right now. It's in the rain that refreshes and renews. It's in the sun that brings warmth after a cold night. It's in the wind that gently carries away your worries. When you feel unwell, instead of chasing a cure, seek balance. Ask yourself, have I let myself rest in the sun? Have I wandered among the trees? Have I breathed in the fresh morning air? Have I heard the quiet songs of nature, the whispers of the earth? Nature moves with effortless wisdom. It does not resist, yet it endures. It does not rush, yet it achieves all that it needs. When we align ourselves with nature's pace, healing won't be a struggle. It will happen naturally. Step outside. Feel the earth beneath you. Breathe in life and remember, you are not separate from nature. You are part of it. And when you reconnect with it, you reconnect with yourself. Let go of the negative energy. Detox the mind. Sit down, take a deep breath, and feel the air filling your lungs. Slowly exhale, and with each breath, feel the tension dissolve. Now reflect. How much unseen weight are you carrying? The mind can hold on to so much. Regrets, memories, worries, fears. These things are invisible, but they can weigh heavily on your body. Ever felt tired not from physical exertion, but from the weight of thoughts? Ever felt trapped in emotions, unable to break free? This is the mind's burden, and like the body, the mind too needs to be cleansed. Imagine a cup full of dirty water. No matter how much fresh water you pour in, the water will remain cloudy unless the old water is first emptied. This is how the mind works. You might try to fill your life with happiness and peace, but if your mind is still filled with negativity, nothing truly changes. To heal, you must first release. Letting go doesn't mean ignoring or forgetting. It means loosening your grip on what no longer serves you. A clenched fist cannot hold anything new, just like a mind holding on to pain cannot embrace peace. Think of a time when someone hurt you with words or actions. Maybe it was years ago. Even now, when you remember, do you still feel the sting? The body might have healed, but the mind hasn't forgotten. Why is that? Because the wound was never truly cleansed. It was simply covered. Negative energy stays trapped, forming patterns of suffering. Many people try to escape their emotions by staying busy, distracting themselves, or pretending everything is fine. But unhealed emotions always resurface through stress, illness, or sudden bursts of anger or sadness. The way out is through. A wise person once said, "You don't need to push the river. It flows on its own." Your thoughts and emotions are like a river. If you fight them, resist them, or try to block them, they become stronger. But if you let them flow, they will pass and the river will clear itself. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine standing in a stream, water rushing past your feet. Each negative thought or painful memory is a leaf floating on the surface. Instead of grabbing them, let them drift away. Watch them float until they disappear. This is the practice of letting go. Buddhist teachings remind us that suffering isn't caused by what happens to us, but by how tightly we hold on to it. Pain is part of life, but suffering is a choice. The moment you stop clinging to the past, you release yourself. Monks practice mindfulness to see life clearly, not to escape it. A clear mind has no space for negativity. Picture a still pond. Its surface reflects the moon in its entirety. But when the pond is disturbed, it shows only ripples. You might wonder how to maintain a clear mind in everyday life. It starts with awareness. Notice your thoughts without judgment. When anger flares up, recognize it, but don't feed it. When sadness arises, sit with it, but don't let it consume you. Emotions come and go like clouds passing through the sky. They are not your essence. Breath is a purifier of the soul. With each deep inhale, you bring fresh energy into your body, and with every exhale, you release tension. Try this the next time you feel overwhelmed. Pause. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold for a moment, and then exhale slowly. Do this 3 times and notice how your body relaxes and your mind lightens. Gratitude is another powerful practice. Negative energy can't survive where gratitude lives. Before you go to sleep, think of 3 things you're thankful for, small or large. It could be the feeling of the sun on your skin, a kind gesture from a stranger, or the joy of a good meal. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already here. Detoxing the mind also means being mindful of what you consume, not just food, but the thoughts, conversations, and environments around you. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, whether in people or places, that energy will seep into your own. Be selective about the company you keep and the spaces you inhabit. Let go of the need to control everything. Many suffer because they try to hold on to things that are destined to change. The seasons change, rivers flow, and people come and go. This is the natural rhythm of life. When you understand that change is inevitable, peace arises. The Buddhist principle of impermanence teaches us that nothing is permanent. No storm lasts forever. No pain is eternal. Understanding this brings freedom from fear. You learn to let emotions come and go like waves on the ocean. They rise and fall, but the ocean itself remains. Do not hold on to your emotions. Let them drift away, and in their place, clarity will take root. Detoxing the mind is not a one-time thing. It's an ongoing practice. It's like tending to a garden, always clearing away the weeds so that new life can grow. The more you do it, the lighter you become. The past no longer controls you, and the future no longer fills you with anxiety. You learn to live in the now. So, take a deep breath now and feel the weight lift. Healing begins the moment you decide to let go. Compassion and kindness play a crucial role in self-healing. Close your eyes for a moment and think back to when someone showed you true kindness. Maybe it was a friend who really listened when you were struggling, or a stranger who smiled at you during a difficult time. Or maybe you've been the one offering kindness to others, feeling warmth inside as you helped. Do you remember how that felt? That warmth isn't just an emotion, it's energy, it's healing. We often think of healing as something physical, like taking medicine, eating healthy, or exercising. But true healing goes deeper than the body. It's about healing the mind, heart, and spirit. Compassion is one of the most powerful forces of healing. In Buddhism, compassion is about understanding the deep connection between all living beings. When you show kindness, you don't just heal others, you heal yourself. When you let go of anger, you free your heart. When you forgive, you release a heavy burden from your soul. Think back to the last time you were angry. Your body tensed, your breathing grew shallow, and your heart raced. Maybe you couldn't sleep, and your mind kept replaying the anger over and over. But when you let go, when you forgave or simply decided not to hold on to the pain, didn't you feel lighter? That's healing. That's compassion at work. Now imagine carrying that anger for years. What would it do to your body, your mind, your energy? Many illnesses stem not from the body alone, but from the emotions we refuse to release. Stress, anxiety, depression, and even physical pain are deeply tied to unresolved emotions. Buddhism teaches us that by cultivating compassion, we create space for healing, not just for others, but for ourselves. Imagine a tiny candle in a dark room. When lit, the darkness doesn't fight it. It simply fades away. Compassion works in the same way. It dissolves pain, suffering, and negativity. And the best part is, the more you give, the brighter it grows. Some may ask, what if others take advantage of my kindness? What if they hurt me? True compassion doesn't mean allowing others to harm you. It means understanding that those who hurt others are themselves in pain. It means seeing beyond anger, beyond mistakes, and beyond fear. Compassion is about maintaining your peace while wishing for the same peace for others. A Buddhist monk once said, "Holding on to anger is like holding a hot coal, hoping the other person gets burned." The more we cling to resentment, the more we suffer. But when we let go of that resentment, we begin to heal. Look at nature. A tree gives shade without choosing who rests beneath it. The sun warms everything, without prejudice. The wind cools all, no matter who. Nature offers freely, without expectation. In that giving, nature remains vibrant and strong. How often do you hold back your kindness? How often do you build walls to protect yourself, afraid to be hurt? Healing begins when we tear down those walls, not recklessly, but with wisdom. When we choose understanding over anger, we free ourselves from suffering. Why is it that people who dedicate their lives to kindness, whether monks, saints, or even just ordinary folks, seem to carry a certain glow? Their hearts are lighter. Their minds are clearer. Their energy flows freely because they don't carry around unnecessary weight. Compassion isn't a weakness. It's a powerful strength. It takes strength to forgive, strength to be kind. In a world that's often harsh, it takes strength to choose peace over conflict, and that strength is what heals. Imagine waking up each day with a heart free from grudges, a mind free of worry, and a soul free of fear. Imagine living each moment with kindness, not because you want something in return, but because it feels natural, because it makes you feel alive. That's the secret many overlook. Compassion isn't just for others, it's for you. The more you give, the more you receive. The more you let go, the more room you create for healing, love, and joy. No complicated rituals, no secret formulas, just a simple choice. In every moment, in every situation, choose kindness even in small ways. A kind word, a gentle smile, a moment of patience. Each act of compassion creates ripples of healing, touching places you can't see. And in those ripples, healing begins. Vibrations resonate deeply within us, creating harmony where there is discord and bringing peace where there is pain. But how does this work? How can something as simple as sound transform our emotional state? Think about music for a moment. A single song has the power to shift your mood, whether it's making you feel joyful, melancholic, energized, or nostalgic. Some tunes bring a sense of calm, while others stir excitement. This isn't magic. It's the influence of vibration. Sound carries a frequency, and whether you're conscious of it or not, that frequency affects your entire being. Imagine a monk in meditation, his voice steady as he chants a mantra. His breath is calm, and the sound flows through the air, creating a vibration that permeates every part of him. This vibration is not merely heard, it's felt, flowing through his bones, organs, and mind. It brings balance, reduces stress, and opens the heart. Chants work similarly. They are designed to realign you with the natural rhythm of life, helping you return to a state of balance where healing can take place. When you chant, you're not just vocalizing words, you're tuning your body like an instrument. And when your body is in tune, it performs at its best. Reflect on a time when stress weighed on you. Shallow breathing, tense muscles, and a restless mind. Now recall a time of pure peace. Deep breaths, a relaxed body, and clear thoughts. The difference? Energy. And energy can be shifted through sound. Picture a pebble dropped into a calm pond. The water ripples outward in perfect circles. But when the water is already disturbed, the ripples clash and collide. This is the effect of a restless mind. When stress takes over, the natural flow of energy is disturbed, making healing harder to achieve. Chanting, however, is like introducing a steady vibration into that chaos. It calms the storm, smooths the ripples, and restores balance. This is why monks chant and why sacred sounds have been used for healing for centuries. You don't need to be a monk to tap into the healing power of sound. Anyone can use it. No special skills required. It's not about perfect pitch or knowing the exact words. It's about the intention behind the sound. Even something as simple as humming a note can shift your energy. Try this. Breathe deeply, exhale slowly, and then take another breath. As you release the air, hum softly. Feel the vibrations in your chest, your throat, and your head. Repeat this a few times and notice the effects. Your breath slows, your mind clears, and your body relaxes. This is healing. Simple, natural, and effective. There's a common misconception that healing needs to be complicated, that you need expensive treatments or complex rituals. But the truth is, healing is already within you. Your voice, your breath, and your energy are powerful tools you can use at any time. Think of how a baby calms down when a mother sings a gentle lullaby. Why does it work? Because sound isn't just heard, it's felt. It carries love, comfort, and safety, transforming the energy around it. When you chant or hum, you're telling your body, it's okay, you're safe, you're healing. Modern science is beginning to understand what Buddhist monks have known for centuries. Studies show that chanting can lower stress, reduce anxiety, and even improve immune function. Hospitals are using sound therapy to help patients heal faster, and chronic pain sufferers are finding relief through vibrations. But you don't need a scientific explanation. You can feel it yourself. The next time you're feeling stressed, make a sound and notice how it changes your body and mind. When you feel overwhelmed, try chanting a soft mantra. Do it with awareness and notice how your body responds. Healing is often found in small things: a single breath, a simple sound, a moment of stillness. Monks know this, which is why they wake before dawn. They sit in silence, chanting not for show, but because they understand that sound is medicine. It's the vibration that heals. They chant again and again, allowing peace to settle in their bodies, clarity to fill their minds, and unity with the universe to occur. If you listen closely, you'll hear it: the sound of healing, the sound of balance, the rhythm of life itself. Now let's talk about something essential to life: food. It provides us strength, comfort, and connects us to nature. But in today's world, food has become something else. It's excess. It's escape. It's confusion. We eat, but do we truly experience the food? Are we truly nourished? Often, we crave food not because we're hungry, but because our minds are restless. When life feels unbalanced, we reach for food as a form of distraction or comfort. But no matter how much we consume, we're never truly satisfied. A wise monk once said, "A full stomach can never fill an empty heart." We live in a time of abundance, yet illness is everywhere. Our bodies feel exhausted, digestion is weak, and energy is low. Why? Because we've forgotten the sacred connection between food and life. In Buddhist temples, eating transcends mere sustenance. It becomes a meditation, a moment of deep awareness. Every bite is filled with respect. Every sip of tea is an opportunity to reflect. There is no rush, no distraction, only profound gratitude for the nourishment we receive. The body is like a garden, needing proper care and attention. Feed it with poor food, and sickness will grow. Feed it with wisdom, and health will thrive. So, what is the right food? The answer is simple: food that is alive, fresh, pure, and full of life's energy. Fruits ripened by the sun, vegetables from fertile soil, pure water flowing freely, grains that carry the essence of the land. This is food that heals. Now, let's talk about fasting, something even more powerful than food. Many fear hunger, thinking that skipping a meal weakens the body. But the truth is, the body is wise. It knows how to heal itself when given the opportunity. When we stop eating, something magical occurs. The body begins to cleanse, repair, and restore. Old cells are cleared away, toxins are flushed out, and energy is redirected to healing. Buddhist monks don't eat after midday, not because of tradition, but because they understand that balance is necessary. The body doesn't need constant feeding. It needs time to rest and rejuvenate. When we pause, even briefly, the body begins to repair itself. This is why fasting has been practiced for centuries, not as punishment, but as a gift. Look at animals when they're sick. They instinctively stop eating, trusting their bodies to heal. But humans often do the opposite, consuming more, ignoring the body's signals. Fasting is not starvation, it's freedom. It teaches us we are not bound by hunger. We can control it. Fasting isn't just about physical nourishment. It's about the mind too. When we fast, our senses sharpen. The mind clears and the noise within begins to quiet. This is why monks fast before meditation. Their bodies are light, so their minds can be light. The secret to healing lies not in more, but in less. Less excess, less burden, less waste. If you pay close attention, Your body will reveal what it truly needs, not what your cravings dictate, but what your deeper self craves. Sometimes a full meal is necessary. Other times, just a light bowl of soup will suffice. Some days, your body simply needs rest. When we eat with mindfulness, food transforms into medicine. When we fast with intention, hunger becomes a tool for healing. Living in balance becomes the natural path to health. Instead of changing everything at once, start by observing. Pay attention to how you eat and how your body feels. Notice when hunger is genuine and when it's simply the mind seeking comfort. When the time comes, give yourself the gift of space. A moment of pause where your body can rest, heal, and tap into its natural wisdom. Healing is not something we need to chase. It's something that happens when we allow it. The art of letting go is a potent tool for healing. Healing occurs through acceptance. Take a moment to sit, breathe deeply, and feel the air enter and exit your lungs. It's effortless, natural, like life itself. Life moves and flows, but the real question is, do you allow it? Many people live in suffering, not because of the pain itself, but because they refuse to let go. They hold on to past hurts, unhealed wounds, regrets that never fade, and expectations for a future they can't control. When things don't go as we expect, it's easy to feel betrayed, lost, and broken. But think for a moment. What happens when you hold on to fire? It burns. To heal, you must learn to let go, not just with your words or thoughts, but deep within your heart. Letting go is not a sign of weakness. It's not surrendering. It's simply the understanding that you can't control everything. You don't need to. Think of a river. It never clings to the water that passes through it. It doesn't hold on to each drop, fearing it will be lost. It allows the flow, and in doing so, it remains full, alive, and free. But imagine if the river refused to let go. If it tried to trap each drop in place, it would become stagnant, lifeless. This is what happens when we refuse to release the burdens of our heart. A man once approached Buddha, grieving the loss of his son. He couldn't move past the sorrow. He asked the Buddha, "Why do we have to lose the ones we love?" Buddha responded, "If you hold a burning coal in your hand, will the fire spare you just because you don't want to be burned?" The man understood in that silence. His pain was real, but his suffering came from holding on to what could not be changed. You too must understand this. Pain is a part of life. Loss, disappointment, and change. They are not punishments or failures. They are simply the nature of existence. Everything rises and falls. The seasons change, the tides shift, the sun sets, and the stars fade. Nothing remains forever. And this is not something to fear. It is something to embrace. Many believe that holding on makes them strong. They carry their old wounds like treasures, as if remembering their pain will somehow shield them from future suffering. True strength isn't in surrender. It's in trusting the process of life, even when things don't go the way we expect. Letting go doesn't mean losing. It means opening yourself to the flow of life. Letting go of anger invites peace. Letting go of regret makes room for new opportunities. Letting go of fear frees you to live fully. Once, a monk carried a heavy sack of rice up a steep mountain. With every step, it grew heavier, each moment more painful than the last. A traveler, seeing his struggle, asked, "Why don't you set it down and rest?" The monk smiled and answered, "This is what people do with their troubles. They carry them far too long, even after they have no purpose. So I ask you, what are you still holding on to? What pain, what memory, what fear, what weight do you carry? And the most important question, are you ready to release it?" Healing isn't about fixing what's broken. It's not about reworking the past or crafting a perfect future. Healing is about accepting life as it is, finding peace in the now. Have you ever seen a leaf fall from a tree? It doesn't fight the wind or try to hold on to the branch. It simply lets go, trusting that the earth below isn't an end, but a new beginning. Letting go is trusting that life will carry you where you need to go. Peace isn't found in control. It's found in surrender. The younger monk sat quietly for hours. Finally, he could no longer remain silent. "We are monks. We do not touch women. Why did you carry her?" he asked. The older monk smiled gently, his eyes full of understanding. "I set her down hours ago. Why are you still carrying her? How often do you do this? Something happens, and even after it's over, you carry it with you. You replay the moments, the pain, the anger, as though holding on to it will change what's already passed. But ask yourself, has it ever helped? Has it ever brought you peace? Buddhism teaches that suffering doesn't come from the event itself, but from our attachment to it. When we resist change, we suffer. When we want life to be something it's not, we suffer. But when we accept, trust, and let go, we heal. You have a choice. Hold on to yesterday's weight or step forward into today. Resist the flow of life or flow with it. Grip the burning coal or open your hand and let it go. Letting go isn't just something you do once. It's a practice, a way of being. Each day, ask yourself, am I holding on or am I letting myself be free? You don't need to carry what no longer serves you. You are not your pain, your regrets, or your failures. You are the one who can choose to let them go. Breathe deeply, let go, and feel healing begin to flow through you. This is your path to well-being, your transformation. True healing is not something foreign. It's a return to wholeness. It's remembering the essence of who you truly are. Reflect on the beginning of our journey together. Maybe you carried doubts, fears, or uncertainty about whether healing could exist without relying on medicines. But as you listened, something began to shift inside you. Your heart began to open. Your body is not separate from your mind, and your mind is not separate from your spirit. When you live in alignment with your inner self, balance naturally follows. When you bring awareness into your life, your body listens and responds in kind. You have seen how thoughts influence your health, how emotions carry energy, and how your way of living dictates your well-being. Now I ask you, what will you choose? Will you fall back into old patterns, waiting for something external to bring healing? Or will you step into this new way of being, where you understand that healing is already within you? The Buddha spoke of suffering, but he also revealed the path beyond it, and that path isn't found in a pill, in a cure, or in something outside of you. It's found in your own heart, through the way you live, breathe, think, and feel. Healing is not about escaping pain. It's about transforming it. When stress arises, you observe it. When you're tired, you listen and rest. When emotions rise, you sit with them, knowing they too are part of you. This is the art of natural healing, accepting, allowing, and returning to balance, just like the rhythms of nature. The tree doesn't try to heal itself. When a branch breaks, it continues growing, and eventually, the wound becomes part of the tree, contributing to its strength. The river doesn't force itself to flow. It simply does, finding power in its movement. You are just like that tree, just like that river. The more you align with your natural state, the more effortless healing becomes. The answers are simple. Breathe deeply, eat with awareness, move your body gently, rest when necessary, let go of what no longer serves you. Fill your life with love, kindness, and gratitude. Be present in each moment. These aren't mere ideas. They are the foundation of your well-being. But now I ask, will you live by these truths? Will you make them your practice, not just your understanding? Many hear the truth but fail to live it. They search for wisdom but never apply it. They know what's right, yet they choose what's easy. Don't be one of them. Walk this path fully. Promise yourself that you will no longer carry the weight of old suffering. Choose to live in balance, peace, and awareness. This journey has been about remembering what has always been within you. You are complete as you are. You don't need medicine to be whole. The power to heal lies within you, in your breath, your thoughts, your movement. We've reached the final step, but remember, it's not the end. It's the beginning of something new. Take a deep breath, feeling it fill your chest, and as you exhale, release what no longer serves you, the old fears, worries, and stories. Leave them behind in this moment. You're free right now. Healing is already working through you. Thank you for walking this path with me. Thank you for opening yourself to this wisdom. If even a moment of peace or clarity has touched you, you're exactly where you need to be. Many watch, but only a few take action. If this helped you, like, comment, share, and join our community. Your support is what allows us to continue spreading these truths. What has this journey awakened in you? What will you carry forward? This is not goodbye. It's an invitation to a new beginning. The choice is yours. Now go. Fearlessly, naturally. Your freedom starts here.